Hey everyone, it's Bill with Maryland, West Virginia Homebuyer. I'm in Martinsburg, West Virginia today. It's where I live and it's where I invest. It's where most of our business is, and my business partner is Mike, and he lives in Hagerstown, and we have a lot of property in Hagerstown. I'm actually at a property that we purchased about a week or two ago. Actually, probably a little bit longer than that, but got a couple duplexes on this street, and I wanted to answer a couple questions. We have a group that meets once a month, and it's a lot of investors in there, and I get a lot of questions all the time about tenants. And recently I looked at a lot of the properties that we purchased, and the majority of them were landlords that had properties that were either in a distressed condition, or they were vacant, or in most cases they had tenants that were giving them problems, and they were looking for solutions and ways out of that with dealing with those tenants. So a lot of the landlords that I talk to aren't sure what the process is for dealing with some of their tenants that may have been good paying tenants and have come into a problem, and they're no longer paying the rent. And so those questions come up a lot to me. And there's a legal process for dealing with tenants. You have to go to your local jurisdiction, and you can go down there and get information about the process for how to deal with your tenants if they're not paying, or they've violated some other part of the lease. There's a lot of solutions to those kinds of problems, and a lot of times they're not complicated, but landlords may make those problems, or they may think that those problems are complicated, and they're not. There's a process that you have to go through to make sure that you're doing it legally, because each party has rights and obligations in the process. But we do talk to a lot of landlords that have these issues. Like I said earlier, it could be a distressed property, or a lot of times it's tenants that are not complying with their lease. And I'm contacted all the time, to help people in those situations, at least give them advice or what's the next step. And I love to help other investors locally here. But we also offer that. We also buy those properties a lot of times. A lot of times, an investor has gone to court, or just feels totally out of control and doesn't know what to do, and we give those landlords a cash offer and buy their properties. Just like this property here, where the property was distressed, and the tenants had not been paying over the last month. So once again, it's Bill with Maryland, West Virginia Homebuyer. We operate in Martinsburg, West Virginia, and Hagerstown, Maryland. And you can always reach us at our website, wepaycash, closequick.com. Thanks for checking us out.